Alright everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka That Writer, and today we're back with more of the Christina Bennett series. Last episode we got to see the epic confrontation between Christina Bennett and Edge, which was very interesting considering we found out sort of the reasoning as to why Edge and Beth are going after both Christina Bennett and LA Knight. We got a mixed tag team winner take all title match at SummerSlam. Whew, that's a bit of a mouthful right there, but that's okay. So that's where all things are headed off right now. Max Storm is also in a WWE Championship matchup with Roman Reigns. So let's see what happens here. Roman Reigns, you think you can just sit back and watch while Solo takes a cheap shot at my right-hand man, Sami Zayn? I won't stand for it. Get out here right now. Oh, well, that was quick. I mean, you can't blame him though. I mean, Max was just yelling at him, so I mean, it makes sense to me. Makes sense to me, friends. But holy cow. That makes sense though, because Solo went after Sammy in the last episode on Monday Night Raw and that sort of thing. As we continue our build towards SummerSlam again, lots of stuff happened in the last episode. We have, of course, Roman Reigns versus Max Storm for that WWE Championship. And, of course, the winner-take-all mixed tag team matchup for the Women's Intercontinental Championship and United States Championship at SummerSlam as well. So we've got a pretty stacked show on our hands. We also, again, found out just, more information about Christina Bennett. She never got proper promo classes or anything like that, so she's been winging it this whole time, and we're still proud of her for just winging it. And we also learned that there was some beef between Beth Phoenix, Justine Janine, and Edge back in the day, so who knows where all that's going, but we'll have to find out as the story progresses, won't we? So there is that. Either way around, I hope everyone's enjoying the series so far. Again, this may or may not be a little bit of a longer episode, potentially. Let me see here. How long is this file? I'm looking at the audio file for the voiceovers. Okay, well that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I hope everyone is having a lovely week so far, lovely day, wherever you are in the world. We're just going to see what happens here. Max, Max, Max. Always so hot-headed. Did you really think you can mess with our show and mess with the bloodline and not expect a response? Solo did what needed to be done. Sammy's had it coming for a long time. You're gonna pay for this, Roman. You and Solo. Sami might be my right-hand man, but he's family, and nobody messes with my family. Oh, spare me the family drama, Max. You know damn well that family is everything to me. You're just upset because you know your little plan to take my title at SummerSlam is falling apart, and there's nothing you, or Sami, or anyone in your little group can do about it. You think you're untouchable, Roman? Well, at SummerSlam, I'm going to take that title from you, and there's nothing you, or Solo, or anyone else can do to save you. Max, you can talk a big game, but actions speak louder than words. At SummerSlam, I'll show you why I'm the world champion. And your dreams of taking this title and taking over the show will be nothing but a distant memory. Oh boy, here we go. The Women's Intercontinental Champion is back here on Smackdown after getting attacked, after everything that happened on Dynamite. Just everything that transpired in the last episode. And yet here she is, standing tall, looking forward to the future, looking and just being confident, and we're proud of her. We're really proud of her. She's slowly getting there, just, getting there with her voice, getting there with her, newly found wrestling skills and all that good stuff. By that I mean she's adding some new moves, and we're proud of her. Oh my goodness. But what will Christina Bennett have to say here tonight after the developments that we saw with that huge confrontation with Christina Bennett and Edge? Well, we're about to find out, people. We are certainly about to find out. If I've learned one thing, it's that a lot can happen in such a short time in this business. And a lot has happened in the last week. I got attacked, literally and verbally, by Beth Phoenix. And the winner-take-all mixed tag team title match at SummerSlam is official. But speaking of Beth Phoenix, Beth made things personal last week. You attacked me from behind. You ran your mouth about how I've never earned anything in this business. You brought up my aunt, my family's legacy, and you and your husband try to diminish everything I've accomplished. Well, let me make one thing crystal clear if I haven't already. I'm not my aunt. Now, I respect the paths that my aunt and Beth have paved, but I'm here to carve out my own legacy. Beth Phoenix, you claim I'm entitled, that I've ridden on my aunt's coattails. But the truth is, I've worked as hard as I could to return from a potentially career-ending injury to become the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. Beth, you talk about entitlement, but all I hear is jealousy. You're upset because you think I don't deserve this, or that I haven't earned my spot. But you're also jealous that I've been able to push myself to heights that you and my aunt never got to reach because you never had the opportunities that I had. And I understand that, but what you have to understand is that I've earned everything since I've debuted in WWE, including this championship. And I'll be damned if you or anyone else tries to take this title away from me. Oh boy. Oh man. But was anything that Christina Bennett just said incorrect, though? I mean, realistically speaking. She did make things personal with Christina Bennett, and things have been very personal very quickly here in this little feud, in this invasion arc. It's been a very interesting ride, to say the least, but I like how Christina Bennett at least, is like, hey, I respect you and the paths that you and my aunt sort of, carved out for everybody, but this is a new generation, this is a new direction, and maybe Christina Bennett's the one that really needs to take everything in the next steps, in the next direction. We'll have to see what happens moving ahead, but grab your snacks for this confrontation, people. This should get interesting here. Look who decided to show up. Christina Bennett, the so-called champion. But let's not kid ourselves. You're just riding on the coattails of your Aunt Justine. Everything you have, you owe it to her. Like I've said time and time again, Beth, my aunt might have gotten me in the door, but I wasn't afraid to put in the work. There was an adjustment period, but I think I stuck the landing. The only reason you're holding that title is because you're riding on Justine's name. I should have been the inaugural champion, not you. Well, maybe you should have won the tournament. Well, maybe I should have taken you out of the tournament since Rhea didn't get the job done when she took you out last year. Beth, I get it. You're frustrated. But that doesn't give you the right to disrespect me. You said that this title needed you. Well, I think you just proved why this title needs me, not you. You're in way over your head, Christina. This is bigger than you. This is Max Storm's takeover. And I hope you two are ready to lose those titles of yours. We'll see about that, Beth. These titles are staying right where they belong, while you two, well, you'll both be back out the door. Listen up, LA. It's a winner take all, and the stakes couldn't be any higher. You and Bennett better not mess this up. If you two don't win at SummerSlam, there will be consequences. We're well aware about how important this match is, Roman. We're not here to play games, but you need to back off with the threats. Bennett and I will take care of business. You do understand the gravity of this situation, don't you? We need to stop Max Storm's group at SummerSlam. There's no room for failure. Roman, we've got it covered. You worry about your match with Max Storm and let us take care of business in ours. If you and Bennett can't get the job done, I'll make sure the consequences are something both of you won't forget. Just the person I needed to see. Got a minute? Sure thing, what's up? I ran into Roman earlier. He had some not so nice words, even threw in a couple threats. What'd he say? Something about how we need to get the job done at SummerSlam against Beth and Edge, and if we don't, there'll be consequences. That sounds about right. What do you think about the threat? He's just trying to get under our skin. Now, how are you holding up after dealing with Edge and Beth this week? Honestly, I'm tired of them constantly comparing me to my aunt and discrediting everything I've worked for. It's getting on my nerves, and I know the fans are annoyed too. And I'm annoyed for you. You're not your aunt, and that's probably a good thing. You're doing great, and the fans see it. I've only been teaming up with you for a short time, but you've already come a long way. I'm proud of you. Thanks, that means a lot. You're just starting to find your voice, Christina Bennett. But mark my words, you've only scratched the surface. Now about tonight's title defense. Need some backup at ringside? Actually, that'd be great. I don't want any surprises. Consider it done. Alrighty, people, here we go. We've actually got a non-title matchup coming around the corner. We've got Natalya, and of course Edge is making his way out here to accompany Natalya.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Edge from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after what we just witnessed between Christina Bennett and Beth Phoenix, When I tell you how hard I was cracking up at that little interaction during the writing process, it's like, well, maybe you should have won the tournament. And it's like, she's right, you know. Maybe win the tournament. You were part of it. Oh, but she's sticking up for herself. We appreciate that, and we love that for her. She's starting to thrive a little bit again, and we're here for it. And I think there was something there in that last little interaction, of course. Well, before that, we had Roman Reigns and LA Knight in the backstage area. Just, ooh, Roman's morning. I'd put more stock into Roman's morning. Okay. LOL.
Ohio, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Christina Bennett.
Either way, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, so we had Roman Reigns issuing a warning to good old LA Knight over there. Well, they just... They got to get the job done. There's no other way around it, at least in Roman's eyes. And I'm like, sir, you need to focus on your match. He really does. But then we had a cool interaction there with Christina Bennett and LA Knight with a little mention of Justine Janine. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But, you know, he was right on something, though. You know, just... She's starting to find her voice, and she's just going off on people at this point, and we're kind of here for that energy. And speaking of going off on people, she's unloading with the strikes and the kicks right out of the gate. I know some of this might be a little repetitive, but you know what, it is what it is. It's part of the story. Like, you're not going to have, like, different opponents every single week. Like, there's going to be some repeats, there's going to be some shorter matches, some longer matches, some matches in between, some fights and stuff like that along the way, and it's great. And everything's all good. Just like that kick. That kick was good. Alright, Bennett now, what is she up to here? Stomping on the arm. This should actually be a bit of a shorter episode, I believe, but I could be entirely wrong. It should be, I think. But we'll see. Again, I don't know when this episode's going to be out or anything like that. We got other videos that we need to film and, you know, make sure that we get up, and that being at least the last two. Oh! We got a kick finally. Into the cover now. Again, this is a non-title matchup. A non-title matchup indeed. Nice little warm-up match. We're getting so close to SummerSlam, yet so far away. I don't know what the heck that was. Okay, do not jump. Oh. She got her there. Oh, that was great. That was great. Did you all just see that? Sneaky strike right there. That was great. We have sneaky pins and sneaky strikes. Oh, that's great. On this day, I see Edge at ringside while we're crushing the competition in this match. Apparently the people like the singing, so we're going to keep it going. Well, Natalya ducked out of the way right there, which is obviously not fantastic. Just as, you know, that power bomb is also not fantastic. Oh, and a counter from Bennett right there. Oh. Okay, she's trying to get her back inside the ring, which that makes sense. That adds up in my brain. And Bennett now going after the arm. Very swift kicks once again. Oh, misses the elbow drop. Oh, no. Nice takedown right there from Natalya. Going after the legs. Smart strategy right there. Natalya doing a little bit of showboating right there, which might cost her right here. Oh, Natalya, though, with the counter, with the takedown. Okay, well, Natalya just whiffed that, so that just happened. Beautiful combination right there from Christina Bennett. Why are we going to the middle rope right there? Well, I mean, Natalya was down for a minute there. So, I mean, that's fine. That's acceptable, I guess. Okay, well, Natalya just rolled out of the ring. Oh, come on! I'm trying to end this early. Oh, nice counter right there from Bennett. Oh, she might have it here. She might have it here. That might be it, people. That could very well be it. And it's it. Edge is mad. We are not mad. And I don't think we can be mad at a shorter match, to be honest. Because, I mean, that's how you build people up sometimes. You gotta have some quick wins to kind of build up, you know, a credible threat. You know what I mean? Or, like, build the credibility for champions and that sort of thing. Obviously, we're not gonna make it an everyday habit. But we're proud of Christina Bennett. We're proud of her. We're so proud of her. She's finding her voice. She's finding her groove in the ring. She's crushing it. She's absolutely crushing it, even with how personal this feud's been. And maybe this is the feud that she finally needed. Well, I mean, she's had some pretty good feuds in the past, but, like, it seems like these feuds kind of keep building, you know, her credibility and just all that good stuff. But either way around, we've got some more Christina Bennett series goodness coming up in just a second here. So let's get to Monday Night Raw. Oh, snap! Oh, man, it seems like LA Knight caught Max Storm as Max Storm was trying to go after LA Knight right there in the backstage area, and it did not pan out well at all. Oh, boy. Well, I mean, hey, he's helping out Roman a little bit, right? We gotta keep in good graces with the bloodline. Oh, but Max Storm with a counter of his own there. Oh, no. Wonderful maneuver right there. We got a table set up right there. Oh, no. Oh! You know, it'd be funny if you could actually use that recycling bin or, like, trash cans and stuff. That would be funny. Just, like, throw somebody in a trash can. I'm giving them ideas for 2K24 or 2K25 or whatever future wrestling games we end up getting. Maybe just, you know, any wrestling game in general, please. I want to be able to throw somebody into a trash can for being trash. Oh, snap. Well, for now, we're at least going to getting thrown into the side of the steel right there. Oh, he was trying to go for the steel chair right there. Oh, boy. Oh, right on the chair. Did you just see that? Oh, God, right on the chair, too. Right on the chair. Oh, and he took down Max with the chair again. Oh, Max rolled out of the way right there. Also, can I grab the cone at some point, too? That would be great. I'd appreciate that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, and a huge neck breaker right on the chair. Got some chair overlap with this team here, which is great. Everybody needs to be on the same page. Oh, boy. Oh, snap. Oh, just ran right into Max Storm right there. That's not good. Huge slam to Max Storm right there. Oh, boy. Things aren't looking good for Max here. Oh! Things are not looking good for Max whatsoever. Oh, boy. I thought for a split second he was going to try to pick up the box there, but here we are. Oh, man, not the shovel. Oh, man. Well, hey, the shovel can, you know, pack a punch, I would think, right? Right. Max Storm posing away in the backstage area for absolutely no reason. Well, I feel like that's pretty on brand, to be honest, if we're being real here, right? Oh, ducked out of the way right there. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Max ain't looking too good right here. Oh boy, he's got the shovel once again. Oh! Oh boy. Max ain't looking too good right here. Not at all. Oh man. The shovel really does pack a punch. It's not as, you know, it's not as effective as the chair is, obviously, or maybe even a table. But it's still pretty effective, I would think. Oh man. At this rate, Roman's gonna have some slim pickings right there. It's like, alright, you did a little bit of damage on Max right there, but... here we are. It's like, we gotta keep in mind, too, that Christina Bennett and LA Knight have loosely aligned with the bloodline because Max Storm, and so they've got the common enemy until further notice, so we've got to see what happens here, but I've got to think this is probably, you know, even though Max is going after LA Knight, I got to think that Roman's probably happy, especially after that very tense and brief just confrontation they had. It's like, God, stop. Oh boy. Oh, Max is busted wide open there, people. Oh, and he just got that suit clean, too. Oh, man. It's alright, Max. Everything's gonna be fine. That could very well be it for Max Storm there, people. Oh, nope, this is it. That's it. Hey, champ. Rough night, huh? You can say that again. I've had worse happen, though. You know, I was just thinking, with SummerSlam just around the corner and both our titles on the line, maybe we should have a tune-up match to make sure that we're ready. I like your thinking. Count me in. Great. I'm actually going to be training with my aunt on Wednesday before Dynamite since it's in her town. Do you want to join? Your Aunt Justine, huh? I've heard a lot about her. Edge, Beth Phoenix, and half the roster won't shut up about how they compare you to her. Finally get to meet the legend herself, huh? She's got quite the reputation, but it turns out she's a fan of us teaming up, so I think that counts for something, right? Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Your aunt might just be saying that to keep the family peace. Exactly. So, training on Wednesday? Only if I can get through this non-title match against your ex Sami Zayn tonight. Fake ex. I know, I know. Anyway, I got a match with them tonight. I'll be there at ringside since you were at ringside for my match on Smackdown. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you out there, Bennett. Alrighty, people. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my god. This whole situation's just getting more and more interesting by the moment.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Christina Bennett.
I heard an article before that intro.
Weighing in 230 pounds, the WWE United States Champion,
Like I said, I thought I heard the word before the intro, but that's okay. We're rolling with the punches at this point, but it appears to be that we're about to get an encounter that we didn't know that we needed. Not this match. This is sort of, you know, a rematch from the Extreme Rules PLE. Correct. I believe that was Extreme Rules. Everything's kind of bleeding together at this point, but either way, this is a PLE rematch between LA Knight and Sami Zayn. But I'm more interested to see. Oh. I was like, what is happening here? But I'm going to be interested to see what happens with this impending encounter with LA Knight and Justine Janine. This is going to get interesting. We need some answers, and I think we got the right person to get the answers out of Aunt Justine Janine, potentially. Like, what happened back in the day? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what all happened? And it's like, well, Christina could actually figure that out, probably, but it's like, yeah, but they're too personally connected. And plus, it's like, well, if Aunt Justine Janine's a fan of the team, then it only makes sense for, you know, someone, for the two of them to interact at some point. And what better timing than right now? So, And I also love how he just will not let the fake romance with Sami Zayn go. It's dumb of an angle as that was. Oh, already a little bit of concern on the face of Christina Bennett right there. It's like, oh god, do I really got to deal with this guy again? We've got so many overarching angles in history at this point. We're finally getting to have the meeting between LA Knight and Justine Janine. This is an encounter I don't know if any of us had on our bingo board, but it's impending. Just based on the information that we have right now. Seriously? I got close to it. Okay, fine. Sami, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there. Oh no. Well, hey, it's a non-title match here on Monday Night Raw. Max somehow made it to ringside. He's definitely not at 100%, but he made it to ringside, and I think that's what counts, right? Right. I mean, if he's going up against the Tribal Chief at SummerSlam, then he's got to show, you know, some gusto, right? Like, hey, I got attacked by a shovel 1,000 times and got beaten up backstage because my attack backfired. However, we're still kicking. Oh. Oh, counter right there, counter right there. Oh, another counter right there. Oh, boy. Another counter right there. Beautiful neck breaker right there to Sami Zayn. Christina Bennett's got to be thrilled about this. Just having to deal with Sami Zayn, even in some shred of a capacity. Once again. So much drama, so much tea, so much mystery. Oh. This might be it for Sami. This might be it for Sami. And it is it for Sami Zayn. A swift victory here tonight. So we're just going to have to see what happens moving ahead. But this was a swift victory that LA Knight certainly needed as we continue to build up towards wonderful SummerSlam. Oh, why did Sami have to go by our corner? Why? Just why? You know what, we don't do this that often, but we're gonna do it. It's like, Sami, get out of here! Oh, I'm like, why is the referee right there? Wait, why did we get the little red meter thing? Wait, where's Max at? There he is. Wait, can I not attack Max? Okay, I guess not. Well, everything's fine. Why did we get the little red light thing? What's happening? I mean, the people want one more time, but that's not happening. Gotta send a message, right? Right. But let's get to our good pal Justine Janine and see what happens. You see, you can't see Justine Janine, but we're here training against Ivy Nile and Julius Creed, because why not? Gotta keep things fresh. Gotta keep things interesting. Justine's just lurking in the background. It wouldn't let us set up a manager or anything like that, so we're just rolling with the punches and what we have to work with. Oh boy. I thought for a second that my thing stopped recording my audio, and I'm like, oh god, no, what happened? Beautiful double team right there. Again, quick and easy matches ahead of SummerSlam, which I feel like is more than reasonable. Got to build everything up to SummerSlam, which again is fast approaching. And they're also in the same town as Dynamite tonight, so some more shenanigans could always go down. But we'll see what we'll see what happens along the way, right? Right. Oh, I thought we were gonna get DQ'd for a split second because I'm like, oh, that was cutting it close there. But I mean, this is how things should kind of go, right? You know, you gotta build the tag team chemistry, right? Right. I'm gonna say that it's something stupid's gonna happen. Beautiful double DDT right there. Christina Bennett now. Looking for a sneaky pin for a quick win. Oh, and a 1 count. But I mean, hey, you know what? Like, everybody's trying to stay sharp over with the Creeds and Ivy, too. So, I mean, this makes all the sense in the world in my brain, I would think, right? Everyone's just trying to get a little bit of extra training in before some big matches. I don't know what their big matches, but I mean, I don't know. We're kind of in a winner-take-all situation. Everybody's got to be on the same page. Everyone's got to be on the same page. Beautiful kick right there. Alright, well, okay. I was gonna try to get the tag in, but it is what it is. Okay, we're in training mode, so if we screw up, that's fine. I need to, like, find a different move for that. Potentially. We'll have to see what happens. Seriously, get back inside the ring. Okay, thank you. We're trying our best, Justine Janine. She's in one of the other rings taking notes. That's what's happening. Oh. But I think this makes sense too, because even though it's, kind of different context, Justine Janine was in a tag team. So, I mean, there's that with that history. Here we go! Oh, that might be it for Ivy Nile. That could very well be it, even though that ref took his good old time. Beautiful. A very swift training matchup. I think that's more than reasonable. But let's keep things moving along, people. Well, if it isn't Justine, I've heard a lot about you. I'd say hopefully all good, but I know Christina and I have had our ups and downs. I've got to say, though, you two were great out there. You're more than ready for SummerSlam as far as I'm concerned. You and Christina make a great team. It's a relief to see her teaming up with somebody who knows their way around the ring and can handle a live mic. My thanks. I appreciate it. I've got to ask, though, and I'm only bringing this up because Christina and I have already talked about it. How does it feel to be compared to your niece, or have your niece compared to you? I've heard the comparisons. Christina's dealt with that her whole career. It irks me, maybe not as much as it irks Christina, but it irks me. Not because I don't appreciate the comparison, but Christina and I are different wrestlers. Different eras, different choices. She's making her own path and creating a legacy of her own, and I respect and want that for her, even with our ups and downs. Of course. I have to ask, but do you know why Edge and Beth Phoenix have it out for her? I know that Christina's never seen eye to eye with all the legends in the past, but would that be it? It could be, but there's also some history there. Back in the day, I had a bit of heat with them. I guess they're taking it out on Christina now, but she's handling it like a champ, and I think you've got a lot to do with that. Really, what happened between you and them? Oh, just some disagreements in the past. Let's just say we didn't see eye to eye back in the day. But let's not dwell on that. What matters now is that Christina's handling everything well, and she's in good hands. Well, she's had a really good year since she came back from her injury, even with all the drama that got thrown in her way. Christina mentioned feeling unsure about her promo skills, though. Not sure if she shared that with you. She expressed concerns when she was training with me, but I couldn't help. I just taught her the ropes, quite literally. I figured it might be enough for her to just be really good in the ring, but I'm glad she saw through it. She did tell me that she never got any kind of training on the microphone. But she's doing great, though. Tough position to be in, especially with all the pressure. I never could have imagined how much pressure she would be under, but you're right, she's handling everything well. Besides, talking on the microphone was never my strong suit. I hate that I couldn't help her there, but she'll find her voice eventually. I'm just glad you're there to help her out, even if the circumstances kind of tossed you two together. Absolutely. She's got potential. Just needs some time to find her voice. That's all. Listen, if you guys need backup tonight, I'll be backstage just in case. Appreciate the offer, Justine, but we've got it covered tonight. Good to hear. Keep doing what you're doing. Will do. Thanks, Justine. Here we go, people. We got Skye Blue versus Christina Bennett here tonight. Non-title matchup, of course. And, of course, steal the entrance. That's okay. We've got this, people. We've totally got this. Well, I mean, it's not exclusive or anything. Just like the referee and the ring announcer. Apparently not exclusive. But here we are, kids. But how about that encounter? How about that moment right there that we just got? Justine Janine! It takes every fiber of my being when I'm doing Justine's voiceovers. Not just be like, Justine Janine! Oh my goodness. But I mean, that does give some insight, and I'm glad that we at least got that interaction, you know? Of course, there's Beth Phoenix. Justine Janine! There she is! Look at that!
Accompanied by the legend Justice from Cleveland.
Close enough.
The WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Christina.
See, that one guy's really into it. Just like, the dude's just like, sign her to a dual contract, and it's like, oh god, no. What's happening? But it does, you know, that was a great moment that we just saw, though. That was genuinely great. Because it helps provide more insight into this team, you know? It's like, okay, why is my tag team partner like this? You know, there's more backstory. And I mean, you know, there was some heat between Justine, Janine, and Edge and Beth, and apparently it seems to be that our conjecture was correct, that they're just taking it out on Christina Bennett, and LA Knight once again is caught in the crossfires because of this whole invasion situation with Max Storm. God! Oh, nice kick right there from Christina Bennett right there, and hey, having Justine Janine at ringside doesn't hurt either. Good to know that they're on the same page, even with all the ups and downs. But, you know, I guess unofficially, not only do we have a tag team partner, but an unofficial promo coach, too. Which, if that's the case, Christina Bennett's she'll just be taking over the roster in 6 months. I don't know. Everyone's toast. Oh, my goodness. But I mean, hey, Justine Janine was there at ringside no matter what, so I mean, like, I guess it made sense, because I mean, Beth was at ringside, and Beth and Justine have more of the beef between each other, so I mean, that makes sense. They were already in her town, so it's like, oh, cool. She was there at ringside for your match, even though kind of went against the opposite, but I mean, you know, I feel like in this situation, it kind of makes sense. But, I mean, she's not technically backup. She's just there with us during this match. Oh, we just whiffed it right there. And there. I guess that training just didn't pan out, apparently. But that's okay. We're making it work. Oh, God. My bad, y'all. I'm too busy highlighting my notes here. But people, we're on to episode number 20 in the next episode, which is kind of crazy to think about, but here we are. And I thought that I was being pinned for a second. God. Thankfully, this is the last match that I'm recording tonight, because I'm getting tired, y'all. I'm not going to lie. Crap, I keep pressing the wrong button. I pressed the button that time. What the poop? Oh, well, we ducked that move right there. Love to see that. Again, I'm filming this match at like 10-something at night, and we've been kind of filming throughout the evening, but that's okay. I enjoy filming this series, and I hope that y'all are enjoying watching said series. With all the ups and downs, all the twists and turns along the way, and this very slow, steady, but very just, you know, developing storyline on the road to SummerSlam. Oh, snap. Oh, and a 2 count right there. Christina Bennett not looking too good over there. Interestingly enough, we got a fight forever chant. Very interesting. And Bennett now looking to put away Skye Blue. This could be it. Oh no, she's right by the ropes though. And there we go, people. And once again, Christina Bennett picking. Did you see her fall out of the ring? Why was that so funny? That's my cue to get out for the evening. Oh, that's great. And I gotta edit all this. Yay. But I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Again, this was a little bit of a potentially shorter episode, but I think it was warranted. And we got a lot of different story developments, which is quite nice. We had, of course, the encounter between LA Knight and Justine Janine, an encounter we didn't know we needed. We finally started to piece together why Edge and Beth Phoenix have it out for Christina Bennett. It's all because of something that happened between Beth, Edge, and Justine Janine back in the day. Apparently so. That's what seems to be happening. LA Knight picked up a win over the fake ex-boyfriend, Sami Zayn, in swift fashion. There were some attacks, verbally and non-verbally. Max and Roman had a confrontation again, so there was a lot of moving pieces, and, we'll be at SummerSlam in 2 episodes' time. So not the next episode, but the following episode, because we'll have all the SummerSlam stuff and one shorter episode as well. So I hope everyone's enjoying the series thus far. I'm quite enjoying it and just having a blast with it. And I'm looking forward to just sharing this story with y'all whenever we get this uploaded. So again, thank you all super duper much for watching. All the community creation credits are down in the description down below in some shape or form. And make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get notifications around here, that sort of thing. And leave a comment and just let me know what y'all are thinking about the series so far. I'm, again, having a blast with this and having way too much fun with it. And, that's always a good sign, right? Right. So again, thank you all super duper much for all the love and support for the channel and for the series. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one.